Are you taking vitamin D every day? If so, that's great. But are you sure you're taking the right dose, in the right way, for the right reason? According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, NIH, the recommended daily intake of vitamin D for adults ages 19 to 70 is 600 IU or 15 micrograms. The maximum daily limit considered safe is 4,000 international units. Sounds straightforward, right? But in reality, recent studies are raising serious questions, especially when it comes to muscle health, immune support, and disease prevention in older adults. A 2023 meta-analysis revealed that very high doses of vitamin D up to 21,000 IU per week significantly reduced ICU hospitalization and death rates in COVID-19 patients. Here's something you might not know. Vitamin D functions through two separate systems, one for your bones and another for everything else, your muscles, brain, immune system, and more. And it's that second system that truly determines how strong, resilient, and healthy you'll be as you age. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to help us reach more people who are striving to stay healthy even after 50. Vitamin D's dual system. The secret 90% of supplement users overlook. Most of us know vitamin D as the key to calcium absorption and strong bones. That's true, but it's only half the picture. Few people realize that vitamin D functions through two entirely separate systems in the body. The first is the skeletal system, where vitamin D travels through the liver and then the kidneys to help regulate calcium and phosphorus metabolism. This part is well studied, easy to measure, and typically used to determine whether your vitamin D levels are sufficient or deficient on a blood test. But there's a second system, more silent, but just as critical, the cellular system. In this system, vitamin D doesn't just affect bones, it plays an active role in your muscles, nervous system, immune function, brain, skin, internal organs, and even cellular regeneration. Unlike the skeletal pathway, this system does not rely on the liver and kidneys to activate vitamin D. Instead, it depends on vitamin D in its free form, not bound to transport proteins in your blood, something most standard blood tests cannot accurately measure. Here's what matters. The amount of vitamin D shown on your lab report doesn't necessarily reflect how much your cells are actually absorbing. And if this second system isn't being properly fueled, you may experience issues like muscle weakness, fatigue, memory problems, or higher susceptibility to infections and chronic disease, even if your blood work says you're within the normal range. To understand why some people take vitamin D yet still don't feel better, we need to look a bit deeper into how this vitamin travels in the body. Don't worry, you don't need to be a doctor to understand. Think of it like a delivery journey. When you take vitamin D, whether through supplements or sunlight, it doesn't immediately go to your bones or muscles to start working. First, it goes to your liver, where it receives activation step 1 and is converted into a waiting form. Then it moves to the kidneys, where it undergoes activation step 2, transforming into the powerful, cell-impacting form of vitamin D. But here's the catch: once absorbed, vitamin D usually binds to a special protein in your blood, much like a delivery truck storing a package. This allows it to be stored for weeks. Sounds good, right? Here's where the problem starts. Only a small fraction of vitamin D bound to protein can actually be unloaded and enter your tissues like your muscles, brain, endocrine glands, or immune cells. And if you're dealing with liver issues, chronic inflammation, hormone therapy, or elevated estrogen levels, the unloading process can get stuck. In other words, you might have vitamin D in your bloodstream, but your cells aren't receiving it. This explains why so many people see normal vitamin D levels on their blood tests, yet still suffer from muscle weakness, joint pain, or chronic fatigue. Simply put, your body has vitamin D, but it can't use it. It's like having rice, but never cooking it into a meal. And that's why understanding this chain of activation from the liver to the kidneys to the cells is the first step to using vitamin D properly, instead of just taking it because someone once told you to. Even if you take vitamin D every day, if your body can't absorb or activate it, your efforts may be going to waste. There are many factors, some surprisingly small, that can quietly interfere with how your body utilizes this vital nutrient. First, your body needs magnesium to activate vitamin D. If you're low on magnesium, a very common issue among older adults, then vitamin D, even when present in your system, may not convert into its active form. Studies have shown that ensuring adequate magnesium significantly improves vitamin D absorption. So, if you've been supplementing with vitamin D but haven't noticed any health benefits, the real issue might be an undiagnosed magnesium deficiency. Sunlight, our natural source of vitamin D, may also not help much if you're not getting it the right way. Living in cloudy regions, using sunscreen regularly, wearing full coverage clothing, or staying indoors too often can prevent your skin from synthesizing enough vitamin D. Even the time of day, your skin tone, and the season can greatly affect how much vitamin D your body can make. Another often overlooked factor is meals that are too low in fat. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means if you take it with a meal of just steamed vegetables or plain porridge, your body's ability to absorb it will drop sharply. For best results, take your vitamin D with meals that include healthy fats, like olive oil, avocado, or a small serving of fatty fish. Digestive health also plays a major role in vitamin D absorption. Conditions such as inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or long-term digestive disorders can impair your body's ability to absorb fat-soluble vitamins. In these cases, addressing the underlying gut issues is critical. Otherwise, the vitamin D you take may simply pass through your system unused. Finally, vitamin K plays a crucial role, yet is often ignored. Without sufficient vitamin K, your body can't use vitamin D effectively, especially when it comes to guiding calcium to the right places, like your bones and teeth. Without K, calcium is more likely to settle in the wrong areas, leading to calcification in arteries, joints, or kidneys. So if you're currently taking vitamin D without adding vitamin K2, it's time to reconsider. Additionally, some medications you're taking may unknowingly interfere with how your body processes vitamin D, such as corticosteroids, anti-epileptic drugs, weight loss medications, or antivirals. These medications can cause your body to use up vitamin D faster than normal, leading to deficiency if your supplement dose isn't adjusted accordingly. So if you're on long-term medication, be sure to ask your doctor about adjusting your vitamin D intake based on your individual needs. Another common issue is incorrect dosing. Every person's vitamin D needs vary depending on age, skin tone, sun exposure, and overall health. Taking too low a dose, what some might call a just-in-case amount, may not be enough to support immune function, muscle strength, or joint health. That's why regular blood testing and expert guidance are far more reliable than guessing or self-dosing. And finally, not all vitamin D supplements are created equal. The difference between D2 and D3 and between high-quality brands and cheap, low-grade products can make a real impact. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is generally preferred because it's more easily absorbed than D2, ergocalciferol. Choosing a trusted brand with proper certifications will give you much more confidence in your proactive health routine. When it comes to vitamin D, one question often causes confusion. How much is enough, and how much is too much? Supplement labels often warn not to exceed 4,000 IU per day due to concerns about toxicity. But on the other hand, many clinical doctors and nutrition experts have successfully used doses between 6,000 to 10,000 IU per day, or even higher to treat issues like severe deficiency, immune dysfunction, muscle pain, or chronic inflammation. So, what's the truth? Vitamin D toxicity is real but rare, and it doesn't occur as easily as many people think. Problems like vascular calcification or kidney stones generally only happen after taking extremely high doses. Over 40,000 to 50,000 IU per day for several months, and without proper nutrient balance, such as vitamin K2, magnesium, and adequate hydration. The key takeaway is that a therapeutic dose is not the same as a toxic dose. Just like a warm glass of water can soothe a cold, but a bowl of boiling water can cause burns, it all comes down to the dose, the duration, and the purpose. If you've ever thought you were doing enough just by taking one vitamin D pill every morning, I hope this video has given you a new perspective. Health isn't just about the number printed on a supplement label, it's about how much your body actually absorbs and uses. Vitamin D isn't magic, but when taken the right way, consistently each day, and paired with magnesium, vitamin K2, and a meal that includes healthy fats, it can become a powerful key to awakening your immune system, easing aches, and helping you walk with more stability each morning. You don't need to change your entire lifestyle overnight. Start small, check the type of vitamin D you're currently taking, and ask yourself, is it enough? Is it the right kind? If you found this video helpful, hit like to share it with others who need it. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right here every week, continuing to support you on your journey towards strength, health, and independence at any age. Thank you for watching.